Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and I'm so excited to be hanging out with you today because we are chatting deals, saving money, and makeup, some of my favorite things. As you all know, the holidays are upon us and Black Friday is here, Cyber Weekend is here, Cyber Monday, so there's so many great opportunities to save money and to get some really great things for yourself or as gifts to others. I really pride myself on being really smart about how I do my shopping during this time of the year, and I thought it would be super fun to create a video that really led you to some of the really great deals. And not only that, but also helped with some recommendations for products and brands that I think are definitely worth a look. Let's go ahead and dive on in. First up on my list is Haus Labs. Now, most of us probably know about Haus Labs, but if you haven't been kind of keeping them on your radar, I definitely think that you should. I have a lot of things that I have not tried from Haus Labs, but the things that I have tried, I really enjoy. And I think that if you are on the market for a new foundation, especially one that's maybe a little bit more luminous, and that I think has a really beautiful, not only shade range, but the undertones of their shades are really stunning, I truly feel that this is your time to shop Haus Labs. They're having a Black Friday sale. I will have that information listed down below. But yes, I definitely think this is a great time to shop that sale. This is their Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations that I own in my collection. I am in the shade 340 Medium Cool in this foundation, and I just love this foundation. I wear it very often, and if I was low on it, I would be purchasing a backup right now, but this foundation pretty much matches me very well throughout the year. I really think this is such a gorgeous foundation, and this is something I feel like a lot of people should have in their collection because it works really great regardless of the skin type that you have. I've seen people with drier skin that love it. I've seen people that have maybe a little bit of an oilier skin type and they still love it because it has luminosity to it, but it doesn't feel like greasy or oily on the skin. It's just a very beautiful product with a beautiful finish. I also really like their concealers that are in this line as well. So I really think that if you have been wanting to try out Haus Labs, you've been wanting to really invest in some really good complexion products, definitely check them out. Next up is One Size Beauty. Now, One Size Beauty is a brand that I feel like has gotten so much bigger these past few years, and for good reason. They have really good products. One Size Beauty was a part of the Sephora sale, as was Haus Labs, but I tend to find that a lot of these brands have better sales than the Sephora sale. I personally really love One Size's like skin prep products. For example, this is my very well loved Secure the Blur makeup magnet primer. I use this most of the time when I'm doing my makeup. It's so great. It's very blurring, very smoothing, and it helps to just secure any oils that are coming through in this area. I really love this product. I think we also know that this has kind of become like a holy grail in the makeup community. This is the On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, and this stuff is great. I did a show a few months ago, and yeah, this definitely saved me when I started using this during my show. So I really think that if you were on the market to get some stuff from One Size and you were trying to wait for a sale, now is your time, especially if you have friends that maybe they do theater and they perform on stage, they need to keep their makeup on. This is going to be a great option for them. This is something that Beyonce used during her tour to keep her makeup set. As I said, when I was performing, I used this once I realized that my other setting sprays weren't quite doing the trick. So this is something that I really think, if nothing else, pick this up if you feel like it's something that's going to help you make your makeup last, not transfer all the good stuff. Then of course, One Size also has their powders, which I'm actually going to be testing soon. So I can't personally speak to them, but I know a lot of people really love them. But what they do have is their brand new foundation. And I have to say, their foundation is one of my favorites of this year. Every time I've worn it, I feel like my skin just looks like I'm a doll. Like it looks so beautiful, so blurred, and I love it. And the undertone is really beautiful as well. Check out that sale, especially if there are any specific staples you were hoping to pick up. That's a great one to look at. Next up is another classic, NARS Cosmetics. I love NARS, and there are very specific things that I want to pick up from NARS. I feel like NARS is really great as like just kind of that staple brand to have, and it feels like you're dipping your toes into luxury, but it's not always at a luxury price, which I think is great, especially during the sale. I will personally be picking up a pot concealer from NARS and just some updated foundation shades just for the winter time because I do get a lot paler in the winter. I need to really get a lighter shade in the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Usually my shade is Tahoe, but I think Syracuse is going to be a little bit of a better shade for me potentially. I have to look all of that up and figure that out, but I think that's going to be a better shade for me. Just in the winter times, I'm a little bit paler if I want to use this foundation. However, I do honestly think that a really great winter foundation, if you don't want something too matte, but you want something that's kind of more satiny and that has that lovely glow, would be the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Now this one I might also need to pick up a lighter shade in. I have to kind of test it out because I feel like my skin tone has shifted a bit and I definitely get a little bit paler than I have in the past during the winter time. But I really love this formula. It is not as luminous as this one, but it still has like a nice natural kind of radiance to it. Definitely think that NARS complexion products are really great things to have in your collection. Or if you're trying to start a collection, you want like a really good foundation. Whenever I've recommended this to a friend, they have loved it and it's been great. And my friend has drier skin and this has been like a staple for her. It's been great. Next up, we have Huda Beauty. Now, I have to say, I am a little bit newer on the Huda Beauty train. I used to try some of the stuff and I didn't love it, but recently my mind has really been changed and I've fallen in love with Huda Beauty and I find myself going back over and over again to try and reach for and grab more of the products. So I'm going to walk you through some of the products that I'm really excited about right now that I think are definitely worth a glance, but in general, take a look at the brand, see if there's a product that you want. I already did some of my shopping because her sale started a few days ago, but I definitely think that this is something you should take a peek at. Starting off, I think that Huda has a really beautiful line of correctors. They have really great undertones. It's expanded, and I feel like she's expanded it out to be more fleshed out than a lot of other brands with correctors have. They're very full coverage. A little bit goes a long way. So I think these are definitely things to check out if you are somebody that needs color correcting or you feel like you want to have some color correcting products in your kit. I think these are really, really great. I also picked up her brand new Easy Blur foundation. My shade is in the shade Toffee in that foundation, and I'm a really big fan. I also want to just point to one of Huda Beauty's palettes. I think that she's not going to be releasing big palettes like this anymore. I think they're going to be probably smaller palettes, but this palette, her Empowered palette, is so gorgeous. You can see I've definitely had some fun and played around with this and created some really gorgeous looks. I think this is such a gorgeous palette. It's really perfect for this time of the year. It brings in that warmth. You have some of those kind of cooler neutrals. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, and I think this is just, it's a really good one to have in your collection. Something else I've been loving from Huda Beauty are her faux filler glosses. These are so good. I wear these and they will last me all day. By the end of the day, like, yes, it'll kind of dry to like a light little sheen over my lips and it still looks so gorgeous and plumpy and juicy. I wore this to a Friendsgiving the other day and it was a time, y'all. A time was had. These just helped me shine. They helped the look come together. And I really think that these lip glosses are just such a beautiful formula. It feels like you have nothing on, really. It's not sticky at all. It's very smooth, but the shine, it's such a high shine formula. And they last lovely in a lovely, lovely way. The pigmentation on them is very nice. It's definitely worth your time, for sure. Next up is e.l.f. Cosmetics. I actually have so many things from e.l.f. and I don't even know like where to begin. You know what? Actually I do. We're going to start with what is currently my favorite product from e.l.f. and this is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I wear the shade 41 Tan Neutral. I love this foundation. I think this foundation is comparable to high-end foundations. It usually retails at $8, but with e.l.f. having their little holiday situation going on, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. This foundation is stunning. It's gorgeous. It lasts like all day long. And it's literally insane that it's only $8. e.l.f. also has a bunch of other really great products that they have added to their line. They have lip liners, they have lip glosses, they have lip oil. There's so many great things to try from e.l.f. and I feel like the prices are still pretty decent. And they also have skincare. I really love e.l.f.'s like makeup melting balm. They have their squalene infused moisturizer. They have a new glow serum that's supposed to be a dupe for the Glow Recipes glow serum. They're really doing it big, and I just think this is such a great time for e.l.f. I actually saw them release a holiday lip oil set, and I really love their lip oils. I have like that limited edition pink sparkly one that gives off like Barbie vibes. It's their part of their like Jelly Pop revamp that they did. I really just think that e.l.f. is such a great affordable brand, and they've been upping the quality every time they release something. You can get so many great gifts from them. You can get great things for yourself, and you don't have to break the bank, and you're getting a discount on top of it. So check it out, y'all. Check it out. Let's chat about another brand that is actually at Sephora and is having their biggest sale, and I think also only sale of the year, Merit Beauty. I want to thank Merit so much for partnering with me in this portion of today's video. Basically what that means is that I have an affiliate link with Merit, and if you so choose to click on it and support me, which would be wonderful, it will just take you directly to the site for the sale, but it will just clock into Merit that you did it through my link. If you don't want to do that, totally fine. Do whatever works for you. If there's another creator that you would like to support, also wonderful. But if you do so choose to click on the link and support me, I very much appreciate it. So Merit is having a 20% off site-wide sale, which is not something they usually do. And if you were shopping them at the Sephora sale or looking at them during the Sephora sale, unless you are like a Rouge member, this is not something that you are typically going to get off of their products. So along with the 20% off that they're having, they also are going to be making sure that their most popular sets are already on sale. So for the sets, you already get a discount, and now you're going to get a bigger discount on top of it with the 20% off, which is a really great deal. They have their 5-minute morning set and their full collection set, so you can get a bigger discount on those for this sale. They are also going to have an additional 30% off sale that will be stackable with the 20% off sale on 4 of their lip oils. So in terms of Merit Beauty and products that I really recommend, I personally have tried a bunch of their complexion products. I think their complexion products are really great. I really enjoy this foundation stick. I have had it for a minute now. I've used it a bunch, and I really like the finish, the coverage. I think it has a very kind of like natural finish, but the coverage, you definitely can, I mean, it's a stick, so you can shear it out, you can build it up. You're going to get a nice, like I would say solid medium coverage on this, but it wears beautifully on the skin. I don't find that I'm super creased or looking oily or a mess at the end of the day. It wears very lovely. It photographs nicely. It's just a really nice foundation stick. Today I'm actually wearing the lip oil in the shade Pink Beat, and this is stunning. I have a lip liner. I have the NYX Cold Brew lip liner going on, and then I have this right on top. This is so pretty. I love their lip oils. I've given their lip oils as Christmas gifts before. I like to keep one in my purse. They have really, really beautiful lip oils. It gives off this gorgeous glow and sheen, but it doesn't feel like you have anything on your lips. It's a really, really like weightless formula, which I have found is not always the case with lip oils. Some lip oils, they feel really thick on your lips. This really feels like you have nothing on. You apply it, and unless you press your lips together, you're not even going to know. And I will say that this one also does last very well, because I wore this the other day during a tech rehearsal, which if you are a theater person, you know is a very long process. At the end of the day, after I'd eaten and everything, I still had a very nice glow and sheen on my lips. So this is another one that I think is definitely worth checking out. I think their lip oil formula is insane. I really love it. It's also very hydrating. And I am not a perfume girly by any means, but I do know that Merit has launched a new perfume, and I've heard people talking about it. It's expensive. She is expensive, and I'm going to be so real with you. You will not catch me buying that perfume without a discount. I'm going to be so real with you. I will not be purchasing that perfume at full price. Not to say anything bad about it, just that's just the facts. So if you are like me and you are a perfume girly, or you've smell the perfume, or you've been wanting to try the perfume, I think this would be a great time to purchase it because you are getting a nice discount on it. This is their Retrospect perfume, which retails in the 90s. I think it's $90 actually. It might be a little bit more. So yeah, get 20% off on this, you know? Why not? I am a big fan. Actually, it's my favorite perfume ever, is a Lancome Idole perfume. If you like that perfume, I think you will like this. I'm not saying they're the same, but they do have similar notes. But they definitely have their own different like profiles. But I think that if you like that perfume, I think you will like this one. If it is your first purchase, you will get their signature bag, and this is as in your first purchase through the Merit website. They have a little signature tote. All orders during this time will also receive a mini version of the signature bag that you can obviously keep for yourself or give away as a gift because it is very cute. There is no code needed for this. I will have all this information down below again. But if you do decide that you want to shop the sale, I would really appreciate it if you did use my link. But again, if you decide not to, totally fine. I appreciate you watching this video at all and supporting me in that way. Thank you all so much. And again, thank you to Mare Beauty. Next up, I want to chat about our friends over at Lancome. Now, Lancome is kind of one of those OG, like, stunning brands. I love Lancome. I have so much respect for Lancome. I'm a big fan. If you're not on the market for a new foundation, or you feel like you kind of have found the foundation that you need, I would still recommend just taking a peek at their Teint Idole foundations. They're stunning foundations. They're a beautiful satin finish. It's just really gorgeous. They have a beautiful shade range. But I also really think that people need to be taking a look at their concealers. I don't hear a lot of people talking about these, and these concealers are stunning. Also the packaging. I mean, Lancome's packaging is always good. But these are the Teint Idole Ultra Wear all over concealers. These are really, really lovely. They are not as thick as the original formula on this, which I love and don't like at the same time, because the original formula was so full coverage and it was like a thicker cream. And I did feel like it sheared out very nicely, but these are definitely a lot more liquidy, but they do build up. So it's kind of starts off as like a nice medium coverage, and you can build it up to a fuller coverage. This is a really stunning formula. And I really think it's worth the look. If you're looking for like a really nice concealer that is going to just not be too luminous, not be too matte, last in your under eyes, wear beautifully, like this is it. This is just it's a beautiful, beautiful formula. My favorite perfume of all time is the Lancome Idole perfume, which I just mentioned. If you are looking for a perfume, I'm pretty positive that one is on sale as well. I get compliments on that perfume constantly, like more than any other perfume that I might wear. And I don't have like a big collection of them, but like that's the one that I definitely feel like that's like my signature scent. And I have gotten stopped literally in hallways, on the street, and like in an Uber asking me, what are you wearing? It smells so good. So also check that out too, because that's a really great time to buy that from Lancome right now. Next up, I'm going to do a really quick crash course in Rare Beauty. There are so many great products you can try out from Rare Beauty. I genuinely think one of the best products that Rare Beauty has launched in a minute are these soft pinch blushes. I have two shades. This one is in the shade Joy. I used this up this summer. This was my summer go-to blush. I love this blush. I also wear this every day on stage. This is such a beautiful formula, and it just gives your cheeks a lovely little flush of color, a lovely little glow. I think that there are so many products at Rare Beauty that I think you could pick up. Like I said, they have complexion products. They have, I just bought an eye primer from them. I haven't tried it yet, but I did buy it. They have a mascara that my friends keep telling me is really amazing. Their lip products, I think we all know they have good lip products. And they just keep launching, and their blushes, their like liquid blushes are great. And also I feel like Rare Beauty usually has some really nice sets, like gift sets, so check them out. Danessa Myricks, the woman that you are. I genuinely think that Danessa Myricks is one of the best things to happen to the beauty industry. Full stop. She's insanely talented and amazing. Her formulas are stunning. I definitely think it is time for y'all to check out Danessa Myricks. She's having a really great sale on her site. I personally tend to buy her stuff directly from her site because she usually has really, really great deals. Her Yummy Skin blushes, y'all, these are insane. Insane. The formula on these are stunning. They work beautiful under foundation, under powder, on top of powder. They blur, they have a gorgeous glow to them. This is my favorite shade from this entire collection. They're so good. They're so easy to use. They pack such a beautiful punch. You can also use these, I say like they are blushes, but you can use these on the lips. You can use them elsewhere. Everything Danessa Myricks makes is made to be used in multiple ways. So that's just the beautiful thing about her products and the formula. I really think that y'all should check this out. And if you are my skin tone, get Jubilee. Jubilee is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. It's going to look beautiful on you. It's going to be a shade you can rock year round. I also will say, if you're in the market for like some really gorgeous liquid shimmers, she's got you. Fenty is having a sale. I feel like Fenty is one of those things where we all know and love Fenty. I'm a big fan of Fenty. I have a whole slew of the lip creams over here. I think they're so great. I have her lip glosses. I have her regular gloss bombs. I have her lip creams. I have all of these things. I want to try out more of her complexion products. So I actually have not made myself more acquainted with those, simply because back in the day I could not find a product that worked for me and my undertone and my skin type exactly, but I know she has since expanded, so I do want to try out more in that regard. But Fenty is another great staple brand for a lot of people. They're having a sale, and I also know Fenty Skin will also be having a sale, so check that out. I just shout out a brand that I have just recently fallen in love with. Nomad Cosmetics is an indie brand, and they have insane quality eyeshadow palettes. I haven't tried out anything else from them, but I have tried out their eyeshadow palettes, and well, this eyeshadow palette, and I love it. I also do have their Nomad Verona Amore and Morte palette. This is based on Verona and Romeo and Juliet. And I have not tried out this palette, but I did give this to my sister for Christmas as well last year, and she loves this palette. But this is their Ireland Wild Atlantic Way, and this genuinely is one of the most gorgeous palettes and gorgeous eyeshadow formulas I have ever seen. I have a video where I did a first impressions and tutorial on this palette. This is stunning. I love this palette. Nomad Cosmetics, they're known, but they should be more known. They're a stunning indie brand. I think all of their prices make sense. They thought that goes into everything is wonderful. And if you don't know them super well, the whole idea is that they have palettes that are based off of different places around the world. So it's kind of like your chance to go and visit and learn about the place that they go to. And they don't just say oh, here's some colors. They really pull in the culture of that area, the history of the area, and they really put a lot of thought into everything that they do. And it's just so high quality. These are some of the best performing eyeshadows I have. I'm obsessed with their formulas, and the shimmers are insane, but the mattes are stunning. If you are looking for a really good eyeshadow brand or a really good eyeshadow palette, you're looking for something a little bit different, that's a little bit more innovative, that has some really good color, that has I would think a reasonable price point for an indie brand, definitely check them out, and they are having a sale. While we're in the vein of the indie brands, I also do want to mention Oden's Eye. I have one palette from Oden's Eye, but I do want to expand my collection. This was their limited edition Oden's Eye collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. This is their Trick or Treat palette. I really enjoy this palette. It's very cute. Again, these mattes in here are very nice. The shimmers in here are also very nice. And Oden's Eye is kind of known for having very high quality products. This is shipping from Sweden, so if you purchase it, you will have to wait a minute for the shipping to get to you unless you pay for kind of expedited shipping. But I definitely think it's worth checking out. They have really lovely, a really lovely formula, lovely color stories, and they just released some holiday palettes. One or more of which, honestly, I think I kind of want to get my hands on. Anastasia Beverly Hills is also having a sale. I always like to mention it because I feel like people kind of have their staples with ABH. My favorite palette from ABH is the Jackie Aina palette, but my second favorite is this Soft Glam palette. I love this palette, and it is on offer. They also have a smaller, more condensed version of it. ABH is still great in my opinion. I love them, and I feel like they're kind of getting more of a comeback. They also have their lip velvets that I just picked up. People have been raving about them, and I think that there's just some really great stuff to try out from ABH right now, so definitely take a beat, check them out. Juvia's Place is always having a sale, if I'm so honest, but I feel like the sales on their website a lot of times beat the sales that they'll have other places. Juvia's Place is having a sale. I think genuinely there's so many products you could try for them. Their foundations, their highlights, their eyeshadow palettes, their blushes. I think that every single person that really loves Juvia's Place needs to try their bronzers. I love this bronzer. This thing is beat up because I use it so often. I think they have such a gorgeous bronzer formula, and I really think it's definitely worth your coins. It's worth a view. So definitely check out Juvia's Place. They're affordable. They have really high quality, high performing makeup. And again, if you try nothing else from them, try their bronzers. It's a beautiful formula. Okay, we did it. That is basically everything that I wanted to mention. I'm going to try my best. This is a longer video. I'm going to try my best to condense this down as much as possible. Thank you all so much. Again, I will have everything listed down below in the description. And I want to thank Merit Beauty one more time for partnering with me on the portion of today's video that they did. I will again have that link directly to their sale down below. If you would like to support and click on that link, thank you so much. And if you don't, thank you anyway for watching this video and being here with me. I will see you all in my next one. Bye, my loves.